Hi friends, some days back we had posted a video. This was about one of our FMCG clients as to how we had achieved sales growth for them based on our training intervention. And this video will go into as to how do we make that sales growth sustainable. Maybe you will like to see the part 1 before you see this part 2, and the link of that is given in the description box below. Friends, once we found that the sales gains had started declining after some days, and in about a month's time it came back to the previous figures, we had a meeting with their director sales and marketing, and we wanted to understand as to what can be done. Whatever discussions we did, it was decided that CPC need to be holistically involved with the client rather than only doing sales training programs. We went to the field, we had some discussion with the middle managers and the sales executives so as to know the causes behind the sales growth coming down. And whatever they told us, our research team was not convinced about that. They were saying that this is because of some competition becoming aggressive, some sales budgets not coming, some schemes are not attractive, and we did not believe in that. Finally, it was decided that we will accompany some of the sales executives in the market. On a random basis, 4 field sales executives were taken up from different regions, and our research team person accompanied each of these people from morning first call to the last call. He did not intervene, he did not say anything, he just accompanied them. And at the end of the day, when he looked at the sales figures, he was pleasantly surprised. The sales on those days had almost doubled for all these 4 sales executives. When he went deeper into SFA data, he found that there was a big increase on number of calls, on productive calls, on lines per call that day. And when he asked sales executives, they did not have much explanation on this. But when we discussed internally, we found that this increase was not because of the selling skill, because he had not imparted any skill tips to them. I think it was because of the execution discipline which was brought in by these sales executives that day, because there was someone observing them. We went back to the director, we had a meeting with them. Based on that discussion, we decided that we need to make this execution system stronger. So we met some bright sales executives, some bright middle managers of this company who were performing very well. And in discussion with them, we discovered some of the business enablers, also called as levers, also called as drivers, to the sales as a KRA. We fine-tuned everything, and we found what could be the measurables, what could be the data point, should be the frequency of this. And then we held a meeting with director, national sales head, and zonal managers. This was being chaired by the director sales and marketing. We had told him the objective of this meeting, and we discovered, with help of these national sales head and the zonal managers, that these are the business enablers which need to be tracked, and they created progressive goals on these which were on a weekly basis. At the end of that 3-hour meeting, the senior team started owning this business enabler progress card, BEPC, and we made sure that they agreed that they will be accountable for achieving this progress. Post that, we started having fortnightly meetings which were chaired by the director sales and marketing, being attended by only these people, these 5 people. And the CPC senior consultant was a mere facilitator who was ensuring that enough time is invested on discussing of BEPC. And the discussions don't only go towards the sales targets of the month and why this could not be achieved. Over a period of about 4 or 5 of these meetings, which happened over the next 2-3 months, we started experiencing growth on these business enablers. They started showing that progress. And when that happened, the conviction and the ownership of BEPC further increased for the senior leadership. Looking at that, once this got stabilized here, we took it to the RSMs and ASMs, who already were aware of this. That was the good news, because the zonal managers had started reviewing this with them, because they had to report these figures, they had to ensure progress on these business enablers. And The meetings of RSM and ASM started happening where they were discussing with their own team members and they were ensuring that the progress happened this. Whichever business enabler there was no progress happening, they used to make an action plan and our person used to help them fine-tune these action plans, implement these action plans in the market, and therefore they also brought those business enablers also under their control. And we found that many of these RSMs and ASMs themselves started going to the market with the sales executives whenever they found that a particular sales executive was not achieving his business enabler goals. Over about 5-6 months, the whole system took strong roots. Many of these RSMs and ASMs started doing these reviews on their own, and because of which they started achieving their sales targets and the sales growth became sustainable. We became redundant after some time, which is okay by us, not a problem at all. And we also, while doing all this, suggested some complementary actions, some complementary initiatives to the director of sales and marketing, who agreed and who implemented those actions also, because of which they had a robust system, and based on that they were started achieving sales growth and it became sustainable. We will discuss about these complementary actions in our next video. Till that time, goodbye.